Hey everyone, today I'm bringing you a review of a product that this particular one I have not used yet, but I had one very much like it a few years ago and they work really well. This is a stove. It comes in this nice little mesh bag. Because empty space is our enemy, I got some emergency fire starters shoved in the hole, but we don't need those right now. When you're putting this together, you flip that over. That goes in there. That drops down inside. That's your little fire, your base. And then this sets right up on top of it. So it goes together really quick and really easy. And this will burn any of your little twigs, stuff like this. I'm going to get a fire going in it, but before I do that, I'm going to move over to a concrete table so that we don't set the forest on fire. I know it's been raining a lot, but redwood bark is very fire resistant. Redwood flesh burns really quickly, really hot, and once it starts, it's impossible to put out. Well, not impossible, but damn near. That's why when you're walking and hiking in a redwood forest, you will often find what they call chimney trees. Chimney trees are where the bark survived the fire and actually starts growing wood again, and they'll grow more wood to the inside.
Stuff back there is kind of singed on the outside.
This one actually has been singed, but it's not a chimney tree. But if you find a crack in them and you look inside of them, they can be burned. Now, I'm talking about a tree that can go up to 300 feet tall, and you poke your head inside of it and look up, and you can see all the way to the sky. The entire center burns out of it. So we're not going to start any fires under the trees here. We're going to move over to the concrete here to do that. But what this is a very efficient stove. You take the lid off here so you can see it. You can see it's got a double wall, and it sucks the smoke and the gases that are produced by the fire back up into it, and they come out these holes on the inside and it reburns it. But it's a stainless steel stove. It goes together really quickly, gives you a nice pot stand here that'll handle a pretty good sized pot. Keeps it up off of it so air gets in that way, and you've also got the ventilation at the bottom. You get a pretty good fire going, and you can cook all of your food with wood no bigger than this. And that's actually, once we get the fire going, Jack and I are going to have lunch out here, and we got some sausages and some dehydrated mashed potatoes. We're gonna have ourselves some mashed potatoes and sausages cooked on this using my 64 ounce clean canteen cook set. So I picked this up a while back. I believe it was $14 or $15 on Amazon, but that was on a special. I think it's normally around $20. And when you are done cooking with it, take the pot stand ring off, now because this is a gasifier, you use less fuel. It sucks the smoke and the gases in and reburns it, so you get a better burn, less fuel, less smoke. You take your little ash pan out of the bottom of it, dump it, clean it, rinse the whole thing out. That flips around in there. That sits in there. That sits in there.
And all of the quick starts go in the center.
Yeah, the quick starts can go in the center. Wait a minute. My bad. Flip that over. That goes in there. That's why it wasn't fitting in earlier. And so you put this into the bag. Like...
I think the
there we go.
center.
That's what it is. You put this into the bag, and you can have all of your wet fires, tender quicks, more tender quicks than I'm ever going to use because I usually don't need them. The whole thing will never cooperate while you're on camera. There's actually one of the 3 laws of making a video is nothing will cooperate.
That's why a lot of people end up editing their videos a lot.
Right back up into the bag.
Right, Dad?
The whole thing only weighs... Grab my notebook because I'm pretty sure I wrote down how much this weighs. I weighed it on my scale at home.
This one?
Not the black thing, just the paper.
Okay.
The black one's a new one that I haven't started writing in yet.
Okay.
Eesh. I was organized once.
Did it hurt?
It very much so. Okay. As this is right here, including the quick fires and the tender quicks, 5.45 ounces, which is not too bad considering you don't have to carry fuel, you don't have to worry about packing canisters in or running out of alcohol. I like my Trangia stove, but I don't like having to pack enough alcohol if I'm going out for more than a few days. That sounds terrible. I don't even drink alcohol. That sounds terrible, but that's what it is. That's what it uses. But yes, it's a stainless steel, and it is 5.45 ounces. And sometime in the next 15 minutes, which you don't have to stand around and wait for, because the magic of television, we get to turn it off and come back when we're ready. I want to get a fire going in this, and I'm going to cook on it.
Your computer's gonna time travel.
So, now you right there, no, not you, you're fine. You right there, you should be ashamed. Just kidding. We'll be right back.
That's something you got to deal with my family. It's funny though.
Okay, we have got some tinder ready, and we're going to get this stove lit up and do some lunch. Now, even though I've got my knife that I know will strike the fire steel, my favorite fire steel striker in the world is the saw on my Leatherman Wave. I just like the way it does it.
The back edge of it, not the saw itself, though.
We have ignition.
Goes on?
Not yet. That's why I love my Leatherman Wave as my striker. Ooh, I didn't need hair on the back of my knuckle anyway. My knuckles are starting to resemble my forehead. Oh, on my my Tops Bob, I didn't care for the fire steel that came with it, so I got this other one. I made this. I put this paracord lanyard on it,
Burning
and I built a little piece of Cobra that slides on it.
I'm gonna start putting a little bit of the bigger chunks in.
So I put that in this fits really well in the fire steel holder that came on the Tops Bob sheath. I just bring that over it and slide that up to lock it. Oh, really?
I'm gonna be a little.
I didn't spit at you.
I'm being a little quicker.
You might not have had enough firewood in there. Okay, pause it. Sorry about that. I didn't realize the camera had turned off. Okay, well, we got our fire going a little bit better than we had. Got some water on the boil. Got a bag full of knives, and my son over there trying to tear open the package for the dogs. I mean, no, big, large, red, heavy duffel bag full of knives, saws, and axes, and he's over there trying to tear the damn thing open.
I wasn't sure if it was an easy tear or not.
Or not.
I found it was an or not. There you go.
Hold on now. I'm crazy, but I ain't stupid. We got us some Adele's apple. What was it? Apple chicken
Minis.
mini hot dogs or sausages. So get those warmed up. It's a good thing we got a pretty good size of water though, because that's taking that water, and we got to boil another thing for the potatoes.
Why worry about boiling more?
You want to use
Hot dog water.
hot dog water?
It'd work.
Okay,
Since the hot dogs are going into the potatoes anyway, I don't see a...
Okay, I guess we're using hot dog water to make our potatoes. Get the 2 cups out of the 40 ounce and we'll make our potatoes in there.
There you go. That's angled better now.
No, it's not. It makes my beard look gray. That angle makes my beard look gray.
It's not gray. Only a stripe is.
Are we losing fire?
I don't know. I'm backing this up and over here a little bit though. Sorry about the earthquake shaking.
Well, as you can see, I got me a nice little fire going here inside my stove. Got my pieces of wood trimmed down small enough I can add them underneath my pot without even having to take my pot off. Okay, that was warm.
I don't doubt it.
But this little dump bag full of chunked up pieces of wood is going to be more than enough to cook our whole meal.
You want to have a payday while we wait?
No.
I'm going to have a payday while we
No,
wait.
that's dessert. You want to eat dessert first.
Fine.
There you go. But this is... When I post this up in the comment section, I will put the name of it and a link to the Amazon, because right now I just cannot remember what the hell it's called. I know I had it written down, but for some reason it's written in a different place than the notes that has the weight.
Is this the first time it's being used?
This particular one, it is the first time it's being used. That's why it's turning blue.
Yeah. And purple.
But it's a
But in a very weird pattern on this
like
side.
I say, it's only a little over 5 ounces, and all of the fuel for this is gathered on site.
Or at least can be.
Right. We're using the bits that Jack chopped up in the axe comparison video.
Because we're not
Conservation.
technically supposed to use stuff from this site. Park ranger might get a little irritated.
Well, besides, I mean, we mutilated the wood anyway. We might as well get some good out of it.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we're...
You gotta make sure you know what the...
Okay, can you bring that camera over so they can see where the gases...
Bringing it to here.
No, bring it over where my eyes are. And now it's not doing it as much. But if you look into there, you can see where there's little secondary flames coming out from the square holes on the side. Can you see that in that? Maybe zoom in a little.
Where exactly are they?
Right along this edge, all the way around.
On the underside.
Inside.
Yeah.
There's little square holes, and if you look at them, you can see little secondary flames coming out of them. That's sucking the gases that the fire itself is producing up into it and blowing them out into the fire and reigniting them, so it's actually burning twice. That's why I'm getting a very, very hot, very efficient fire. How hot is that? That's not that hot. Okay, this is quite a bit of water, and it's already, after just a couple of minutes, it is starting to get the little
steam
bubble pre-boils.
I'm not sure how well you guys can see that. I can't see it very well. But
these gasifier stoves are very efficient. It's pretty lightweight. The cleanup on them is pretty easy. And especially in a circumstance where you're having to be packing in for days, not having to worry about an alternative fuel source, not having to pack in canisters that you then have to carry back out empty, or bottles and bottles of isopropyl alcohol.
hello, trail walkers.
We like that. Is that the one you recommended to us?
I think so.
Yeah, it was great.
We found our way somehow.
Oh yeah. YouTube video.
You do video?
You're on video?
Oh, great.
Like I said, we are in the Redwood National Forest, so when people just come walking by, that's part of it. It's all good. Hi guys.
Can't be out overnight?
No.
Just day to day?
Just
Is that
using the
cooking
YouTube video.
something?
Actually, yeah, we're making sausages for lunch.
Awesome.
And then when that's done, we have some mashed potatoes we're going to make too.
Well, you guys know how to live.
Yeah.
I'm reviewing the stove for you too.
That's
So
good. Enjoy. What a
have a good
beautiful
one.
place. Yeah.
See ya.
that's about all I really got to say about this stove. Like I said, I will link in the description to the Amazon where link for it. Whoa, that was warm. But yeah, I'm getting.
Here is a wet stick so you can poke them in if they don't fall in properly.
I am just about to a boil. When as soon as I can get these to a boil, we are going to have us some lunch. You want to pause that for a minute?
Okay. Station is just the on camera. Yeah?
Yep.
At least for entertainment value.
Okay, pull out the two nesting cups.
Out of this?
Yes. There's one for you. That might be a tall one.
It is a tall one.
Okay, well I want that one then.
It also has 2 holes.
A Pathfinder cup.
Hey, that's the one that had the nesting stove.
Yeah. We're not using the nesting stove today though.
No, we are not.
We're using this stove.
Yes.
Because that stove is for cooking little bitty things. This stove is for cooking more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Our lunch today will consist of applewood smoked bacon mashed potatoes. I don't know if you guys ever tried these before, but these are pretty good for instant potatoes. They're not homemade mashed potatoes, but they're pretty damn good for instant potatoes.
That flavor and the 4 cheese flavor are my 2 favorites.
And we are boiling, roughly.
They're floating.
Yep. Okay, oh, ow, that hurt. Don't ever do that again.
I'm not sure if that's going to be as much water as we need, but if it isn't, we can add a little bit more since that's still going a little bit. Yeah?
I thought I had my grabby thing in here.
Grabby thing?
Yeah.
Tong thing?
No, my pot grabby thing.
I'm confused.
You should be.
Why? What if I don't want to be?
Where's the fun in that?
Exactly. I didn't know these would fit in these cups as well as they do.
They fit pretty good. I'm going to take my spoon off of here so I can use it. Although,
Okay, so neither of us have any clue where it stopped.
apparently our battery died.
These batteries have no clue how much they have. It says over 2 hours and runs for an hour sometimes.
Yeah. So I have no idea where the other video stopped until I get back to the house. So I'm going to back up and say a few things, and if I overlap too much, I'll try to trim it out. As you can see, our lunch got cooked.
I'm going to back it up so you can see the table more.
We are having applewood smoked bacon mashed potatoes. Natural extra sharp cheddar cheese, because cheddar cheese should be sharp enough to slice itself. And we've got some Adele's chicken and apple mini sausages. Now, in this fire, this bag was not completely full, and I used just under half. This is the Maxpedition. I don't know what size it is. It's the roly-poly, but I don't know what size it is. It's smaller than my other roly-poly by a lot. It's that big of a roly-poly. I used a little bit less than half a bag. And show them what is left in the fire. You ain't gonna pick that up with your hands. Don't even try to reach it out. The reason I like the gasifier is it uses that little bit of wood, cooked our sausages, our water for our potatoes, and that's what's left in that fire after.
You know, that wood kind of looks like burnt chicken.
A little bit.
It isn't, but it looks like it.
So yeah, it's a really efficient fire. It burns nice and hot. It burns good and quick. It further blackened my pot. I don't know if I'm going to scrub it off or not this time. Every time I scrub it off, I burn it again. So,
Scrub the inside, not the out.
well, I always scrub the inside, but sometimes I leave it black. Some on the outside. Sometimes I don't care. But I will leave a link to the stove itself, the Amazon link to the stove itself, because I can't remember the name of the damn thing. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something about the gas fire stoves. I really liked them. I wonder, was it taping when you looked inside of it?
When I had it zoomed in, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that reburning of the gas is what makes it so efficient and what makes so little left over. I mean, there's nothing left in there hardly. So you guys have a good time. Maybe throw a thumb up at the video, share it with somebody that might enjoy it. Remember, you can't know I have new videos out to make fun of me if you don't like me unless you subscribe. Jack and I are going to turn off the video and enjoy our lunch.
Chow down.
So you have a good one. Bye.
Have fun, peoples.